going on YouTube, Facebook, I Go Live. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Welcome back to another episode of the Gentleman of Crypto, episode 23. Oh, yeah. Jumping out the gym like Jordan.
It's our Jordan episode.
This is our Jordan episode. I'm King.
I'm Bitcoin Zay.
And, of course, we're here to talk about the news. What did we say? What did we say yesterday? Oh, and we're here to bridge the gap between the community and crypto. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You got to say that because I'm going to forget.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so it's pretty slow news week as we started off. Last few days it's been the same thing, which is good. Which means Bitcoin is just slowly accumulating. What's going on, Dimitri? Mike, what's going on? Any week of crypto where it's just slow and nothing's really going up and down, we're in good shape. I mean, we survived another week. We saw the weeks a few weeks ago where it's literally it might drop 20-30% and everybody's going crazy thinking about selling it.
Yeah, we
have people walking up to us at parties. What's up, Tonio? We have people walking up to us at parties in Hollywood asking us should they sell their Bitcoin. A few weeks ago, we were like, no, that's the worst thing you can do.
They had just bought it. So it's like, no, please don't.
Right.
But yeah.
So we're in good shape. It was a slow week. We're in good shape. But let's jump into it. So blockchain courses.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's kind of the calm before the storm, as I like to say. Whenever there's not a lot going on, something big is coming. Blockchain courses. Yesterday we stated there were a few ways or a few things you should learn if you want to learn how to code or get into creating blockchain applications, Bitcoin applications, whatever. So I wanted to go through some of the universities that are teaching blockchain courses, some of them online, so you don't actually have to attend it, but those places are NYU Law, Duke, Princeton, which I actually took the course at Princeton with Dr. Edward J. Felton, and that's a great course, Bitcoin Cryptocurrencies Technologies. It's on Piazza, PIAZZA.com, free course. You have to know a little bit of computer science, but great course there. Also in Europe, University of Nicosia and University of Copenhagen, they are having blockchain courses already going, and also even Moscow State University in Russia, they're offering blockchain courses because they have to create a supply for the demand. People are asking for it, people want to learn it, and I'm sure they want to make some money off of it, so they'll probably have some older college students who use it or whatnot that don't attend the college, so that's good for them. So if you're looking for courses to learn more, do things of that nature, those are some of the universities that are teaching it currently.
And are these physical classes or are these online classes?
It's a mixture of both. They're starting to offer the physical classes in Europe and in Russia and America. All the ones I've seen have been online. So basically what they teach in the Princeton one, they basically show you how actual Bitcoin transactions work from a technical point. It's more of a technical. So they'll show you that. They'll show you how the blockchain works, how you can hash algorithms, all that stuff. So you can get like the underlying part of Bitcoin, so you can know more about what you're talking about or how you're using it going forward. Because even though we throw out a lot of stuff, use a multi-signature wallet, use this, blah blah blah. It's nothing like being able to actually visualize what we're saying and not just something you Googled. So those courses are pretty good for that. All
right, and then can we put the links in there too when we get done for those courses?
Yep, I'll throw those links in there for you.
We'll have the links in there. Hey, we keep telling you this is great time to learn about the blockchain, Bitcoin, coding, developing, managing, anything to do with this space is a good time to learn because you are the 1%.
Oh, yeah.
So good stuff. All right, speaking of learning courses and blowing up Bitcoin and blockchain, Overstock, huh? They open up the doors to new stuff. What they say?
Yeah. Let's see, make it all point. I don't know, but I can read it. But yeah, Overstock. They're accepting Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash. They have they got a partnership with Shapeshift where they'll accept those currencies and then immediately change it to Bitcoin, which is what most people do. But they were one of the first big companies to accept Bitcoin. I remember it was 2014 or 15. When they first came out, I think they made 130,000 worth of Bitcoin in the first week when they first implemented it. So that was really big news when it came out. And I know as far as purchasing online, Overstock is very big, worldwide. So hey, they're leading the pack right now. And when people look back, they'll say, yeah, Overstock has been doing it. They've already figured it out.
Work the kinks out, everything's good.
Yeah, so it's not impossible. These other companies are basically, I think, they're in bed with the banks too much.
I think that's what it is more than anything.
They can't really, some of the smaller companies, Most of their problem is just not knowing. But these big companies, you got to understand, they got 20, 30, 50-year relationships with banks and bankers and, and different ways that they do their accounting. So the move to Bitcoin, it has to be kind of forced the same way big companies had to be forced to use computers, So at some point, people are just like, yeah, nobody uses cash or those payments anymore. We're sending it through Ripple, or we're sending it through.
I'm even starting to see through PayPal. They just added a feature where you can have your money sent straight to your debit card, straight to your bank account from there, of course, for a 25-cent fee, flat fee. So, they're trying to compete. Everybody sees it, but nothing
else is making them better.
Yeah, it's making them better. So it's about what's going to happen with these companies. I know Amazon. That whole the rumor went around from the James Altucher guy or something. I don't know. I read the thing he sent out. It looked more like a marketing video or marketing letter to get more money. But whatever. But he did say that he thinks because October 26th they're going to have their their quarterly meeting for investors, or whatever, their quarterly board meeting or whatever. And he's thinking that they have no choice but to jump in on the Amazon, on the crypto train by then. So a lot of people are getting, frantic about that date. But the truth is, who knows? Amazon hasn't released anything, but it is a competing company. And we'll see. If they don't get it on this year, next year, following year, if not, then they'll be out to go with everybody else.
And Antonio, you're saying sending Bitcoin to bank accounts. I've actually contacted some smaller banks, mostly black owned, to present them with the idea that a way to get ahead is to allow that, is to figure out how to use these exchanges so you can transfer back and forth. Because most of them aren't on the Coinbase exchange. Most of them, aren't on BitPay or anything. So if they would accept Bitcoin to be transferred back and forth, I'm sure that will push a lot of customers their way, just for the implications. Just in case one day. What's up, Jamal? South Bronx. I seen the follow yesterday. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, we'll see. But right now, the main one is Coinbase, and then Gemini and Uphold. Those are the three big ones, U.S. based, I would say.
Speaking of upholding exchanges, I saw an article the other day. I didn't read all the way through. I skimmed through it. It was basically talking about, the power of exchanges, which we've spoken about before. You start talking about Coinbase specifically. That's the first one a lot of beginners go into. But, of course, we know they're not doing the best job, people, whether it's support, whether it's, disabling buys, whatever. A lot of their services, the reason why they're in business, are ancillary services that are used for big banks and bigger businesses. So, but basically the article, I guess, is just pointing out the power of the exchange, what it can do, how it's operating like a bank. However, it doesn't technically, it isn't regulated like one. So we've already talked about it before. Centralized exchanges are on the way out the door. And that's how fast technology is moving. They were here. And already people saw all the problems, and they were like, okay, we need to figure out the next step. Of course, we talked about decentralized exchanges with BitShares and stuff the other day. Some new ones coming up. What's going on with CryptoQ? But, I'm interested to see what's going to happen next when it comes to those.
PayPal, they would accept Bitcoins, but that would mess up their business structure.
Right. I was about to say, Bitcoin's
they can't be decentralized because they have a CEO who runs, basically the operations, and it goes from there. So they can't do it. I'm pretty sure they would try it if they could, but it's centralized, so... A lot of these people, they can't do it.
It'll mess up the business model.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with Bitcoin. You don't need PayPal. You don't need a bank. You don't. Literally, all you need is a cell phone or a laptop. At this point, all you need is a piece of paper now. You get somebody a piece of paper with the QR code and the PIN number. You give them $10,000 on that sheet of paper, and they can just scan it with their phone, upload on their own thing. So.
And PayPal. Those fees are no joke. It costs $30 for me to receive 1,000. Like, what in the world? Why does it cost $30 to receive?
It's costing me, I think I'm getting hit with a 3% fee every time I just switch money from different bank accounts. Not from different banks. If I have 2 accounts with different banks and I transfer that money, it's costing me 3%. And people, that is a lot of money when you start talking about a lot of money. 3% of $3,000, a few hundred. Then you talk about 3%. 30. But you talk about 3%, $30,000, $300,000, and all that. It starts to add up. So I'm trying to keep all that.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody is, and the basis of their company is fees. Even banks, they make $15 billion a year in fees and late payments. That's all it's really based off of. There is no really bright people out there that are changing the world.
Innovating.
Yeah, they're not innovating anything. They're just charging you to use your own stuff, which is slavery in its in its purest form. Like, what do you mean? I can't, use my own money, but yeah.
Well, I know who is innovating. There's a casino boss. You were telling me this morning. There's a casino boss out in Macau.
Yep.
I've been to Macau. Love it. Casinos are amazing. For those who want to go, just make sure you have a high minimum because their table minimums are very high. But they bring in a lot of money, right? We talked about Macau the other day as far as how they have they basically put their Bitcoin block up, which was interesting to us because we're like, all right, you're a casino town. Like, what are you talking about? So what's going on there?
Well, the reason they may have done that is because there's a casino boss. His nickname is Broken Tooth.
Broken Tooth is his nickname.
Broken Tooth
sounds like a guy I trust.
I want to try and get his name right. Juan Kuoki. I may have messed that up, but he was the owner of the casino. This casino is trying to have a $500 million cryptocurrency ICO.
500. Let's go ahead and start breaking some record books, shall we?
Absolutely. And what it would be is you would pay the same way you buy poker chips with your cash, and then when you go use it, you can take back what you have. That would be the basic premise of it, which we actually said on the show maybe last week. We were like, if casinos start doing that, you won't need physical chips. You could use the digital currency. And they were actually trying to do that, but there are concerns that because of his past history with the triads or 14K triads.
His past history with the game?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where we've seen big people in Russia, we've seen big people in China, we've seen big people everywhere in the world, so hopefully this opens your eyes. Everybody is using this currency or trying to use it right now. So even the quote-unquote illicit people, everybody is. Government, everybody is trying to use it, even bankers. So I think it's just a testament to the fact that no matter what business people are in, they're trying to find a way to fit their business model around this technology. So pretty big news, kind of went under the radar.
It's so typical.
Yeah.
Right, that is the thing too about what you just said. It's unfortunate, but everyone, well, I won't say it's unfortunate, but everyone is trying to figure out, okay, which is good, how can we fit this business model into the blockchain, Bitcoin, crypto space? But the other side of it is, if it doesn't fit, then leave it alone.
Yeah.
And that's where you're starting to get the scammy ICOs. I saw is it Wikipedia, WikiLeaks? Who was
it? The WikiLeaks guy.
Yeah, Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales. He was talking down to ICOs. I think yesterday or today, and I agree with him. He was like, most ICOs are scams. It's getting to the point that is a rhetoric we need to start pushing a little bit more. Once again, we don't want the regulation, at least not as heavy as they have it. So in order to still watch over everything, we have to self-regulate the community. So. When you do see those scammy ICOs,
call them out.
Paragon, when you see these things, Coben Hood, it's like you come out and say it. So I'm glad he did come out as well and say it. People do need to, acknowledge. Is he watching? No, he's not watching now. I had a buddy hit me up about an ICO the other day. I did like a quick 5 minutes. I was like, good luck, man, because if you haven't done your due diligence on it, and you're literally just going off the ideal right now. I'm seeing the same ICO being copied 4 or 5 times with different people and different names.
Yeah, different picture, different artwork. And people are just throwing money into it. But that's the nature of ICOs right now.
I think over 2.6 billion this year in ICOs, something crazy.
Just in China.
$2.4 billion from startup ICOs this year. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
And I can tell you out of that 2.4 billion. Only like 90% of these investors are going, only 10% maybe of these investors will see a return. Yeah. Because like I said, the fact of the matter is, there were some bad ICOs where they were scammy, the business model, the people running the business, the developers weren't there. So there's all types of stuff going on in that space. So make sure you're paying attention before you throwing some money at it.
Oh yeah. And I think 2 things will happen with that. Like you said, the SEC.
Yeah, SEC.
I think the SEC will try their hardest to get rid of it or try to regulate it themselves. And then I also see countries like Switzerland, who are Bitcoin friendly, they'll adopt ICOs. They're basically like, oh yeah, let's do it. We'll regulate it, but we won't, stifle innovation. I think the SEC will do whatever it can just to do whatever, to take the money. But like we said, people will leave the country. People will do their ICOs in other places. People will start their companies in other places. So we'll see. But right now,
do your due diligence.
Please.
Don't make an ICO decision without at least putting in 3 or 4 hours of just reading, all right?
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
And somebody said BitConnect. Was that Antonio? He said, asked us about BitConnect.
We don't use it.
Yeah, I don't. I put a couple hundred in like a while ago.
Exactly, decentralized or just invest pocket change.
Yeah, but it was crazy trying to get it off.
What, BitConnect?
BitConnect, yeah. I know some people that use it. They made some good money from it. On BitConnect, I just know it was Oh, it took so much for me to try and get it off. I just quit. I haven't even looked at the website since, and that was months ago. So we don't use it, but hey, do your due diligence. If you like it, people seem to be making money from it. So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, and I know they have some fierce supporters too. So I mean, like you said, do your due diligence. For me, like I said, my whole thing when it comes to like things like BitConnects and all that, it's just like I feel like not even we feel like we can do what they do on our own. You know, they say you might get this % return average or whatever, and I see it and it's like cool, but we can do that on our own.
Yeah, true.
It'll be one thing if it's like okay, we're not seeing these returns, we can't make that back. But yeah, we know how to trade. So
yeah, and yeah, I don't like it personally, and I think people doing it, they're making money. I mean, that's on them.
Right.
It's just me. I wouldn't really trust the system behind it because it's just a straight line up, which is always kind of a I don't know. It's just
we haven't done a homework. You know?
Yeah,
well,
I mean I did, and I
didn't
really like it.
I don't like giving away my Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd rather just trade it myself. So.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, it's all a risk, absolutely. But maintaining or lowering that risk is by using stuff you're confident in, and I just wasn't confident enough, so I might take it off later. I mean, I'm sure the values increase, but it'll probably take like 3 hours to figure out how to take it off because I haven't. It's just like you got to type in some codes, rewrite some. I don't know, man.
Right.
But, yeah.
I mean, the basis of these business websites, people, they don't want to give you the crypto back.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Look at some of the exchanges. I'm not even talking about BitConnect anymore. You look at some of the exchanges after the whole Bitcoin Cash fiasco, and it was like, yeah, people were like, well, we don't have it, or people still don't have it. Some people are still saying, well, we give it to you early next year, end of this year.
Yeah.
They don't want to give crypto back. So whenever we see a service delay to give crypto back or make it so that you can't, like the average, we know the normal average person won't be able to figure it out, and we kind of stray away from it. So, Hollywood, California.
California, my brother. Oh,
free Bitcoin yesterday. Who received the free Bitcoin?
Oh yeah. Yesterday was hilarious. Y'all left some great comments. The two that actually had to do a tie because I like both of them. I mean, I enjoyed both of them, and I want to say too for the people who commented during the video. We didn't see it in the comments afterwards, so
yeah, you have to wait till after.
You have to wait till after.
Because there's some good ones.
There was some good ones that just popped up real quick right before we got off. But like I said, we can't see it that fast. But I hope I say this right. Alawatobi Alugunju, thank you for your comment. He had some funny stuff on there, and also Bitcoin Bay, thank you for your comment because I don't even know if she realized Jack. That's my favorite liquor, so that would be a funny drink. The FOMO. And I believe it was called Bullish Dive Bar or whatnot, which is whatever. But I like both of the comments, and I think going forward it might be something for us to do. Actually,
what's that?
Start a crypto restaurant.
Hey, that's what I said. That would be sweet.
Just small little bar with small plates or whatnot, but just it's strictly for crypto except
there was some crazy names out there.
Yeah, and
somebody just said proof of stake.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jamal said the proof of stake yesterday right before, and then somebody was talking about hash fries and yeah, I mean it's
decentralized.
Come to Seattle, yeah. Come to Seattle, yeah. That might be a good spot. I don't know, but I think that'll be a good little niche restaurant that'll attract a lot of people around the world. They come to California and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to a crypto restaurant, but don't take our idea. But if somebody does get it before us, yeah, what can we do?
No, man, that will be good. All right, and then for the free Bitcoin today, what are we doing?
For today, let's see.
Slow week.
Yeah, pretty slow week, but let's see. What university do you want to see teach Bitcoin?
Oh, nice.
One near you, one of your favorites. Maybe it's your favorite college basketball, football team, or your parents went there or something. What college would you like to see? Because currently there's only about 5 or 6. Like I said, I took the Princeton course with Dr. Edward J. Felton, which was great.
Mike.
But there's a bunch of other ones I wish I could do it in person. Online is cool, but doing it in person, I do like to kind of talk one-on-one every now and then. Community colleges. That's interesting you said that because they probably should be the biggest ones on it. They could affect it.
Oh yeah, they can bring money in too. Somebody asked, well, where do you store your Bitcoin? Hardware wallets, cold storage, all that. It's a combination. We have we do have the Trezors and stuff, but since we trade, occasionally we do leave the Bitcoin on the exchanges. No, you're not supposed to do that, but we separate them into different exchanges, to multiple exchanges as well. But wallets, what would you suggest? Some of the best places. Trezors, of course, like you said.
Open Dime, BitGo, and Armory. Yeah, those two both have multi-sig wallets that you can set up for cold storage. You can set up on an air-gapped computer, one that's never been connected to the internet. Jax is my favorite phone.
Thanks, Mike Bones.
And you can also connect Jax in your browser, which is pretty nifty if you have Chrome. So I like Jax, yeah.
Now the what is that? Oh,
complete step, yeah. I mean,
well, I was okay. Well, we have the video out for the Bitcoin wallets too, people. So is it under Bridging the Gap something?
Yes, under the Bridging the Gap.
Yeah,
I believe it's Open Dime is on there.
So if you go to our channel when you get off of this, look at the videos. We literally have a pretty in-depth video about different Bitcoin wallets and which you can use and all that.
Yeah.
And then people remember the landscape is constantly changing as well, and some of the things that might work well for us might not work well for you, or some of the platforms you use. So literally just do that Google search. There's a lot of great resources now. A lot of people are aggregating these resources and they're updating them like almost weekly, monthly, wallet updates and all that good stuff. So
and I'll let Adam Victor know, Tonio.
There we go.
That Coinboard app, it is pretty nifty. I mean,
Adam Victor, if you're watching today, somebody on our YouTube said they downloaded that Coinboard and they liked it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think somebody said Howard University. Hey, at Howard, you need to actually push it a lot now because they just had a Bitcoin conference thing with Agari Singbei, the guy who created the OWO automation robot for trading. Also, Sinclair Skinner was there at Howard University. So they actually had, there's probably about 20 people there. They actually had like a Bitcoin meetup conference thing. So if you start flooding the Howard people with, hey,
let them know.
Let's get a Bitcoin ATM. Hey, let's teach some Bitcoin classes. Man, I would love to go to Howard and see that when I go to DC, hopefully later this year or early next year. So
and then
push that.
Honestly, on your local level too, the SBA, Small Business Administration, that is for taxpayers. That's for us. Yeah. So a lot of people never utilize it. I've looked at that site before. They have good resources, but push it to them too. Like, hey, I want to know about blockchain and crypto. Do that for the SBA in your city. And enough people push it, they'll have no choice but to find somebody to come in and help.
Yeah.
We're going crazy in these comments real quick.
Yeah, well, he was talking about the video. If you haven't seen it, the guy, it was funny. He's making a joke about Litecoin Cash. He was talking about, he was saying, he was like, I'm the real Charlie Lee. I'm Satoshi Light, whatever. But he said he's trying to have an after party after. Yeah, we may see like I said, maybe out of town though. That's the only big thing. So
yeah, no, we don't have any major events coming up right now. I know BlockCon and all these different Bitcoin conferences coming. We're building ourselves to the point we're going to speak at them, not go in there as a consumer. So a good gent told us the other day. He was like, hey, yeah, you come get that free Bitcoin. I'm like, man, we give away Bitcoin every day, man. What you talking about?
Exactly.
We're good to go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, people. Like I said, pretty short, 23 minutes, short one a day. Whoever keeps giving us a thumbs down because 30 minutes is too long, you don't have to watch.
I mean, the button is right there.
Yeah, you can just exit out. But other than that, same old. I'm interested to see where the price of Bitcoin's. I'm interested where the price of Bitcoin is going to be. I swear, no, it's the same one person who just goes through all our videos and just put one thumb down.
Why is it so long?
Hey, Jamie, stop. Jamie, Dinosaur Diamond. All right. Look, Dinosaur Diamond on there. Like, all right, we got something for these boys. But no, seriously, I'm ready for a good weekend. Normally Bitcoin does rally around this time, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Make sure you're awake, people, or get your alert set. Things can happen at 1 a.m. And then we'll see what Bitcoin is looking like on Monday. And if Monday we're going to come out alive because we know how those charts usually look. I don't want to foreshadow anything. As always, you can subscribe to our channels at Kirby Crypto, KRBECRYPTO. We actually website. We have the website up now too. Website is up, www.KirbyKRBECRYPTO.com.
It is live.
It's not much to look at, people.
It's first edition.
First edition, but we do get a lot of emails as far as consulting and stuff. For those who don't know, we do full-time consulting in the space as well. So some of the little things we cover are on there. You can just send us an email and then we can talk to you about price and everything. So
absolutely.
If you're starting your next great ICO scam, we'll for a good price, we'll tell you not to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, have a good one.
Oh yeah. Have a good one.
DinosaurHunting.com. That's funny.